I'm getting older. Oh, stop being a baby. It's just a birthday. Welcome to my birthday week lives. I don't know how many we'll have, but I have some things I guess I'm just pondering at this season of life. And as people say, if you don't mind, birthdays are mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. And I'm getting ready to move into 61. 60 was a big year for me to have just reflect back and go, oh my gosh, those first 60 went very fast. And it made me realize I have like 20 good years left. And my husband and I have talked about this in terms of, I'm going to get a haircut when I'm done here, so forgive me for all the hair stuff. But my husband and I just talked about, we've got 20 good years left. What do we want to do? And having that shorter term focus has really put us in a place of optimizing and doing the things that we want to do. So in this last year, I've changed businesses. I've jumped full-time into this, as many of you know. I just want to tell you how much I love and appreciate your support. And anytime on these lives, I'm learning how to manipulate the system, because that's what you got to do anymore. And so anytime you can make a comment, any of those things, share it, pass it on, that really helps the algorithm, as well as to all of you that have trusted and tried the product or using the product and are getting great results. It makes me happy to make my world happy. So back to aging. Just because we're getting older doesn't mean we need to age. So I was looking up what we can expect on what the world will tell us is aging. So in our brain and cognitive function, it says we'll start having some mild forgetfulness, okay? Which I'm just going to go through the list of the things that we can explain, and then I want to talk about them. Our cardiovascular, it says that our blood vessels and our arteries are going to stiffen and that our heart's going to have to work a little harder. It says that our bones and our muscles, they're gradually going to lose their density. Our muscles are going to lose its muscle mass. We're automatically going to have some stiff joints and things. And then we're probably going to shrink, sarcopenia, I think they call it. Our senses, well, our eyes are going to get worse, and so is our ears and our hearing. Because the lenses on our eyes get a little stiffer. Our metabolism, that's how we process energy. That's the internal engine in us is going to get slower. So we're going to need less calories, and we're going to get a weaker immune system. So we might find ourselves getting sicker a little bit longer. And so then it follows up with the golden rule of aging. Normal aging is a slow decline in a reverse capacity, but not sudden disability or severe pain or a loss of independence. That's not a part of getting old. So anyway, in all of that, I just want to tell you what I have found for my aging remedy. It's 2 simple products. I shake this in the morning. This gives me the energy I need. It helps curb the food noise, so I'm not thinking about food all stinking day long. I can go do something else. It removes inflammation, and it helps me to fast longer, because when I'm fasting, my blood sugar is level, my insulin is resting, my pancreas is resting, my body is able to do everything else it needs to do. And when I eat, before I eat, I have this little packet of fiber. It has 7 to 9 different soluble plant fibers that are in it. This makes me feel fuller longer. It slows my blood sugar spike, so my blood sugar doesn't spike. I don't absorb all of those calories. I don't have the crashes and the burns, and I can poop like an adult. Woohoo! So these are all the things that, for me, as much as I could be a big old crybaby about getting older, I got to tell you, I've never felt better. I pulled out the scrapbooks, and I was looking back at the scrapbooks over the years, and our bodies tell a story. And again, the story wasn't that I'd just given up. The story was I was using wrong information. And so on my lives and on my programs, that's what I'm always hoping to do, is unravel or at least question the narratives. So back to my list of all this normal aging. First of all, for our brain cognition and our function, we know it specifically connects right back here to insulin resistance. Now I'm telling you, your doctor might not know that because that's not what he's trained in. He's trained in pharmaceuticals. He's trained in giving you a pill. So we know that a lot of the Alzheimer's and the brain cognition, a lot of the different things that are going on now actually are symptomology of a insulin resistance. Our body is just overloaded with insulin. Insulin is a growth hormone, and it's also trying to get that energy into the cells. And when the cells say, hey, we got more than we can handle, we can't take any more, then they become resistant. And when the cells are resistant, we're not getting energy to the whole body. The addict is going dark. That's called brain fog. So if we can get that insulin resistance back down, we get good clarity. They're even calling Alzheimer's now the type 3 diabetes, which means the brain is starving to death. So we've debunked that one. We're working on that one by getting our insulin under control. Number 2, cardiovascular. It says that my blood vessels and my arteries are going to start to stiffen. Well, and that my heart has to work harder. Here's the deal. Our arteries are getting stiff because our insulin is high, and when insulin is high, it's a growth hormone. It makes the inside lining of our blood vessels swell. When it swells, they stiffen like a garden hose in the yard, and they start cracking. That's when cholesterol comes in and starts to fill in the putty, filling in the cracks to help you protect yourself from you. So when they tell me when I'm aging, my blood vessels and my arteries are going to stiffen, that's only if I'm still eating like crap and not doing things that are going to help me. And so when we can get our insulin low, again, let's target the insulin for blood pressure. And when we get that low, we don't have to worry about that. So let's take some more of these aging things off our plate. They said my bones were going to gradually lose bone density and my muscles were going to shrink. Sarcopenia. All right, we know in the 70s when they legislated low sodium that your body had to start taking the salt from your bones because you have to have salt. When your body starts taking salt from your bones, we call that osteoporosis. And when your bones get weak, obviously we start shrinking and that bone density, and then they're going to put you on a Fosamax probably. And the side effects of Fosamax are hip fractures. So anyway, that's back to bone and muscle mass. Also with our muscle, I was in a weight loss program that we learned a lot about the value of protein, and protein is so valuable for protecting our muscle mass. Well, most people would go to their doctor and their doctor would say, don't do a high protein, but had no idea how much protein. And the average American is getting very minimal amounts of protein because we're eating so much of the other available carbohydrates. So protein is going to make your muscles shrink because your body starts burning your own muscle, and you have to have protein to make muscle. So when the signs of aging are my bones are bad and my muscles are bad, I've added 2 things. I get the right amount of salt. I get enough salt to keep my body from having to take it from my bones, and I get enough protein to protect my lean muscle mass. All right, let's move into the next thing that they tell us about aging is that we're going to lose our vision and our hearing. Well, I'd have to say in my 40s, I had insurance. And so I went into the eye doctor for the first time in my life. And I actually had pretty good eye vision. However, I found I was needing cheaters to read in the dark. But I thought glasses would be kind of cool, and the insurance paid for it. So, and I asked the eye doctor, I said, will this make my eyes get worse and worse? Oh no, straining makes your eyes get worse. So since I've had glasses, I think about every appointment, except for my last one, that I've gone in and I've had to get a stronger subscription. Now without contacts or glasses, everything's a blur. And so I have become dependent on glasses, and I don't think that would have had to happen because my husband, who was in the same eye position I'm in, he goes, my eyes are getting better and better. So I'm hoping my eyes are getting better and better, and I'm hearing great testimonies with these protocol that people's eyes are getting better. And there's actually eye doctors that are recommending it because we know that insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetes affects our eyeballs. So that I'm working on, not getting worse anyway, but getting better. The other thing they tell us when we get old, that our metabolism is going to just go light and that we're going to not need as many calories. And when we don't need as many calories, our immune system is going to get weaker. And I would just want to call that one out as a big fat lie. So if we're using, it's not that we need less calories, we need less crap calories. We need healthy calories. We need proteins. We need fats. We need fibers. And so when we do fewer calories, we do get weaker. Our muscle mass goes away. And we're eating less of the healthy fats and all of those things. So back to, and then our immune system obviously gets weaker. So this is all the programming for aging that we're getting. Oh, it's part of aging. It's just normal. Your body's going to fall apart. You're going to have aches and pains. And oh my gosh, we have a solution for you. We have pill for all of these. And I watched my parents go through all of it. And so the golden rule of aging, again, is that these normal aging processes are just going to come on slow and it's going to be a decline. And I'm telling you, I'm going to fight the narrative. And I'm going to, if I prove myself wrong, that's okay. I know I tried. And so with this simple protocol that I have found, it's my anti-aging because it's helping all of these things. It's helping my brain function. It's helping my cardiovascular. My blood vessels are clear. My cholesterol, the good stuff is low. The bad stuff is high. It's balanced out. My bones are getting what they need. My muscles are getting what they need. My eyes, my hearing, my metabolism. So fight the narrative. They're constantly programming us on the television that you see the people on the ads getting younger and younger, and they're just bouncing around like they're ever so happy that all I just needed was that purple pill. So we got to fight the narrative, ask questions, and age gracefully, age backwards, keep your healthy attitude, keep your good friends, get away from these stupid technology stuff, get into nature, pray to God, and have an amazing day.